Good morning, Oliver Ames. This is Chris Mills with legendary Coach Holbrook, and she is retiring this year, unfortunately. So, Coach Holbrook, why now? I mean, you weathered out COVID. Would you like to continue, or what's the reason?
Well, I've been doing this for 47 years.
Yeah.
I started at Oliver Ames High School at the age of 22.
Wow.
And have been here ever since.
Yeah.
And there's two reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like over the course of the last 47 years, I've given a lot of time to the program. And
Yeah.
I don't have really good family history, so I decided that while I'm still healthy and still sort of young, that I want to give myself a chance to be able to do some things that I haven't had a chance to do. I mean, I just realized that I've never had a Christmas vacation or a February vacation in 47 years.
Wow.
So, I would like to be able to spend some time with friends and time with family and,
Yeah.
still be able to support the athletics at Oliver Ames, but to do it on my time.
Yeah. Wow, that's nice. I mean, no one can really blame you after such a legendary career. I mean, I think you have the most wins in OAHS history. I think so. So, speaking on reflecting, what do you think was the most memorable moment in your career?
Oh, I've had so many. I think, I look at my career as a book.
Yeah.
And every team that has played for me, I look at them as a chapter in that book. And so many of those chapters have been based upon just a great group of dedicated young females that have the right mindset, are willing to do what's in the best interest of the group. And it's kind of hard to pick one. I mean, certainly my 3 state championship teams, I would say, are pretty close to the top. But
Yeah.
it's not just about that, and it was not just about wins. It's about the personal relationships that we were able to build and to help these young women move forward.
Yep. And speaking of those championship teams, you just talked a lot about team chemistry. What aspects do you think really carried those teams over the top?
It was very similar in the sense that all 3 of those teams were the majority of the girls were basketball players, so basketball was their primary sport. And so because of that, they were really dedicated to skill enhancement, to doing all the little things in terms of becoming good basketball players. But I think too, when I look back at those 3 state championship teams, there was something really special about the people and the fact that they were all very selfless and they were willing to do whatever it took for the good of the group. And that to me was one of the most important characteristics to have.
So speaking on people who've been selfless, is there any one player that really deeply impacted you, or you thought met those attributes that you wanted in your players?
Well, I mean, in recent past, I would say obviously Caroline Pepper for this particular season, but Lauren Batista. We won the 2010 state championship when Lauren was a senior, and then she went to Bentley University to play, and the woman who coaches at Bentley was my college roommate and my college teammate. And she was just inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame with Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan.
Wow.
And so to have had Lauren Batista play for me, win a state championship for Oliver Ames, and then go play for Barbara Stevens at Bentley, and they won a national championship when she was a senior.
Wow.
And she was the NCAA Division II Player of the Year. Wow. So you kind of connect all those dots.
Yeah.
That'll be something that we will share for the rest of our lives.
So what do you think is the hardest part about leaving now, after your 47 years?
Well, I think because I'm going to miss the day-to-day contact with the kids, although I'm still going to be teaching. So the kids that return next year and the year after, I'm still going to have a chance to be around them and to, I'm not completely walking away. I've certainly, told them that I'm going to be in a position where I'm going to help and I'm going to volunteer. I just don't want to be the boss anymore.
Yeah, so you're like an assistant coach. So
well, sort of. Like I'll volunteer, like whatever they need. Do they need somebody to do the book? Do they need somebody to do some scouting? Do they need, whatever it is that they need.
Oh, that's nice of you. So you've been playing basketball for 47 years, and like the game has rapidly changed since you started playing. What have you had to do to adapt your philosophy of coaching to like this new wave of basketball?
Well, I have gone to over 30 women's collegiate Final Fours.
Wow.
And they are in conjunction with the national Women's Basketball Coaches Association, who sponsors a weekend of nothing but clinics and professional development. So over the course of that time, I'm not just going to watch those games, I'm going to learn to be a better coach and interact with high school coaches and college coaches from across the country, and I did that for over 30 years.
Wow.
So that was like going to school.
Yeah. So like in the NBA nowadays, there's a lot of use on the 3-point line. Have you seen like a big move to like introduce like perimeter shooting into high school basketball?
The game has certainly changed. The 3-point shot has become pretty much a mainstay. And so trying to make sure that my players understand that it's not just jacking up threes that matters. It's all the little things. It's playing defense. It's rebounding. It's making your free throws. And in the state final, when the fourth quarter, we were like 12 or 15 at the end, and that's what won the game. That's what won the state championship was our free throw shooting.
Yeah, Anna Murphy hit that three for it to seal it, right?
Yep, and Pep.
And Pep, yeah.
Because she was held scoreless for the entire game, and there was 2.9 seconds left to go, and there was a timeout, and we said make sure Pep has her hands on the ball, and that's exactly what happened. And those were the only 2 points that she scored in the entire game, but boy, were those important.
Yeah. So, what do you plan to do with your retirement now? You talked about your family vacations. Is there anywhere specific you'd like to go?
I like the beach. Any place there's a beach.
Place warm?
I love the ocean. It doesn't necessarily have to be warm, no, but I've always been an outdoor person.
Yeah.
You know, I like to be hiking, golfing. We have ocean kayaks. We do a lot of fishing. So, you know, it's like I like to be outside.
Wow, yeah, that's nice. I live down the Cape in the summer, so I love the ocean too.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah. One last question. You've been dominant for this long. What do you think? What do you attribute it to? Like, how do you maintain your winning culture as a team?
I think you have to establish goals, and I think you have to recognize your individual players' talents, and you have to be able to, in some way, recognize what everybody's strengths are and try to coordinate those strengths in a meaningful way, and to get the kids to recognize that it's not about me, it's about we. And when you get buy-in like that, the sky is totally the limit. And this senior class this year set such an extraordinary example, especially for our young players. And I couldn't be more grateful to this senior class. Caroline Pepper and Haley Bourne were probably two of the best captains I've ever had.
Wow.
And from my perspective, because I coached Haley's mom, and they lost in the South Sectional Finals, which was one game shy of going to the Boston Garden. So for the Bourne family, I'm really happy because Mom took the step, but Haley finished the job. So I think that was awesome.
Redemption, huh?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for answering my questions, and congratulations on your retirement. I hope you find someplace with a beach and hopefully sunny.
Well, I'll be still teaching here, so I'll have to draw pictures of the beach somewhere. But thanks, Chris. I appreciate you.
Thank you for answering my questions. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
That was Coach Holbrook, and have a nice rest of the day, OA.